guys.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Panic Room podcast. You're with
Zara.
and I'm Georgia.
Hi. Today, Georgia has an announcement.
I do. So, Zara mentioned it before, but I have started a new business venture, should we say?
Mm-hmm.
It's called Shadesofbrwn, and I'm doing like a beauty line, but just focusing on lip glosses right now. I'm coming out with 3 shades, and I brought one of them today.
Ooh, it shows. Wouldn't you see?
I did, and it's for you and Yasmin.
I'm excited.
Hold on, let me show you.
Oh, I got presents! Oh, look at the packaging!
Hey, Yasmin.
This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, that's girl.
Oh my God. No, the packaging is very much like it's giving professional.
Oh,
You did.
Yes, I did. I did all.
Not
Oh,
me
no,
opening
not
it
that
right now.
side,
Which
that
side am I
side,
doing?
that
I'm
side.
sorry. See, look, I'm probably getting it wrong. Sorry, I have to open the branded side. Okay, I understand now.
No, legit. If you know, I sent it
I
back
tried to understand
because it
this
didn't
side
come
of it.
with that.
Did you? See, she's working hard, guys. This is pretty.
So, okay,
Okay, go on,
before
inform me.
I even say what it is and whatever, basically the reason why I wanted to do Shades of Brown lip gloss is I don't want it to just be
You gotta open the branded side.
the SB side.
That's what I was doing. I don't want to damage it. I want perfect.
Yeah, that's what I was trying
When
to
I
do.
tell you this is going, I'm shook.
Ooh! Why does it smell good? Why does it smell good? Is it no like is
No, I'm trying to be
is it by accident or is it on purpose that it smells good? 'Cause
It's
it
on
smells
purpose
really
that
good.
it smells
Okay,
good.
so like, no, but there's a problem now because now I like want to eat it. It smells like chocolate. It smells really good. You need to open
nowhere. You might have just said lip gloss. You just said like.
Can I eat
Talk
it?
about her shades of brown. You just say eat them.
It smells so good.
I'm still waiting for this guy to open his damn box.
I don't want to damage it.
You know, it's gonna end up in the recycling
open
anyway.
No, it's not.
Don't open it.
No, it's not.
Girl, don't throw it. She's like, I
Right,
wanna
you know
keep the
what?
box pristine. Dashes the box.
Anyway, so the reason why I wanted to start Shades of Brown Beauty was because I want this lip gloss line to be, it's not just lip glosses, like it's lip gloss with intention and substance.
It's now open.
Oh.
Go on.
And substance. You know, so yeah, I've come out with this shade that Zara has and Yasmin have. It's called Love, and it's a sheer brown lip gloss. So like when you put it on, it will kind of be like really clear. I have it on right now.
Okay.
Right, but it's just a brown, a very sheer brown.
Version of brown.
Right.
We love.
But
I
like,
told you it smells good, isn't it?
the reason why it represents love is because when you put it on, like you can see, it's very clear. That's what love is. Love is transparent. Love is clear. But like with Shades of Brown, with the lip glosses, all the lip glosses have brown undertones because that's what I want to specialize in. I want to specialize in lip glosses that have brown undertones because just when I like was involved in makeup and excited by makeup and wanted to explore that avenue, I couldn't find like the best kind of like nude lip glosses. Like they would all have pink undertones and like I'm not like
Or
pink
orange undertones.
right, and I wanted like a nice brown, and then when I would try and achieve a certain look, it would be too many products that I would have to buy, and you know, I just wanted to make a product that is just very easy. You can just use it one time and not need so many different products to get this one desired look. So yeah, I'm operating with brown undertones. But also when I was talking about intention, I remember talking to you about it, and like I want women to really embrace like their natural beauty because, you know, there's nothing wrong with makeup. I love makeup. We all love makeup, but I feel like it's also important to remember that we are beautiful even without it, and that you can still be that girl when you have lip gloss on. You know, just a bit washing your face, a bit moisturizer and lip gloss, and you are still that girl. You're still beautiful and you're still perfect the way you are. So I want women to feel like that when they're wearing my lip glosses. And yes, that is it. I have 2 more shades coming out. They're going to be more very, very pigmented. more pigmented than love. But yeah, you have to follow at Shadesofbrwn on Instagram to see. But I really hope you guys like your lip glosses.
I mean, you see how I
I know. It's alright. No, I was like, I
Don't
swear,
think it's a
I was
question.
praying to God. I was like, forgiveness. I was like, please, Lord, please, I hope that they like it.
You can say this whole time. You didn't let me.
I have mine.
Like, so, Defo saw her put her lip gloss on, didn't
I was
close.
wondering about the bag. Like, people was like, okay.
Yeah, you know what?
She was like, no, I need the bag close to me. I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
I was like, get the journal out. I was like, journal.
I was
She did better for
no,
her.
because the thing is, in my head, I was like, I hope I didn't upset Yasmin, but she'll love me. She'll love it in the end.
No,
I'm very happy.
I'm so happy.
It smelled good though. No,
Mhm.
it really smells good.
Yeah.
It's problematic.
It's that flagrant oil, girl.
No, you did very good. You should be proud of yourself.
Thank you.
The packaging is
It's
beautiful.
beautiful.
No, like it's actually
The
good.
Did you
product
like
smells
it?
amazing. And the idea behind it. Don't be nothing.
Yeah. No, yeah,
No,
no.
I'm very, very happy for you.
Oh,
Very proud of
thanks.
you.
Thank you.
Because, like, I personally, right, like in our 20s,
Mm.
okay, so I've always had this thing. Me personally, don't have business ventures. Like, I'm not someone that would be like, I want a business, I want products.
Yeah.
Just not for me.
Mm-hmm.
However, I love watching my friends create those things, but especially when there's intention. It's not just like, oh, I made a brand, I made a this, I made a that. It's like you can see that they've put their heart and soul into that,
Mm-hmm.
and that there's a thing. And I remember we was having this conversation. If there's like, I don't know what to call it, but like if there's a vision for the brand
Mm-hmm.
and like the reason why you've made the brand, then regardless of what direction you go in, you always know what you're working from. Like you always know where you're coming from.
Mm.
And we've had this conversation as well. With anything, it doesn't have to be necessarily that you're selling a product, but anything that you create, so long as you have like a reason for doing it and what you want that purpose to be and how you want that to come across, you're never going to go in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes we come from the wrong places with like money. Like we all want money, we all want quick money. We was having this conversation. We all want fast money.
Yeah.
But brands aren't the way to go if that's what you want. Like it's not the way to get out of that. And so I get very happy when I see my friends creating things that aren't about money but for their purpose.
Yeah.
You know, and I definitely think you did that.
Thank
And I
you.
definitely think it shows.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, like it shows when you get a product that people have actually put their heart and soul into. It makes a way much more of a difference.
Yeah.
Then people are just like, here, I made something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like
And
you know what,
expression.
and you know what, it's even a thing for me. Like, as much as I want to make an impact for people, it's also a case of like believing in myself and thinking I can actually do this.
Yeah.
Because I have really suffered with like self-doubt, like so bad, in my previous like years or whatever. And like I nearly didn't do this. It's only because I had a dream and I was like, oh, it's just a dream. And then it came back and I was like,
so now it's recurring.
yeah, it's
I
like,
have to do this now.
the spirit's telling me something. So I've been planning this for like quite some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but we've had multiple conversations where
Mhm.
it's like, are you not doing something because you don't think you should be, or are you not doing it because you're not ready of what could possibly come from it?
Yeah.
And like that fear of like self-doubt and telling yourself that you're not good enough to do something will really stop you in your tracks.
Mm-hmm. And thinking, oh, people aren't gonna like it.
Yeah, and it's not about people.
Yeah.
Because we've had this conversation on the podcast before, but it's like, so long as you love what you're doing, the people that are going to find you, like your tribe will always find you, whether that's in a business, in YouTube, as friendships, your tribe will always find you. So long as you're operating as like from yourself, you know.
But you know what? It's even a case of like, say it not even just this, but like anything. Say it doesn't work out. At least I did it.
Yeah.
You know, when we was in that business class, it was like you don't regret the things that you don't do. You don't regret the things that you do. It's the things you don't do that you regret. And 100%. I was like, facts, like big facts.
Yeah. And like, there's actually, I think in business, there's no such thing as failure.
There isn't.
Because Because the thing is, right, even if you created a business and you had that business for 3 years and then you decided you wanted to do a different venture, it doesn't mean that you failed at that business. You had a successful business for 3 years and you've decided to go in a different direction.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we have this conversation with our careers. It's like if you have a career or you have a job, doesn't mean that you cannot now go and pursue a different job or pursue a different career.
Agreed.
Nothing's wrong with that. People change. Ideas change, who you want to be changes, and therefore those little periods of times that you did those things were still very much you at that time.
Yeah.
And no one's to say you can have an amazing business for 5 years and then in 5 years you're like, well, I don't want to do makeup no more. I want to do this.
Right.
It doesn't mean that the makeup was any less
exactly.
of a success.
Exactly.
You're just in a different place, and therefore what you make is going to be in a different place.
Yeah.
You know, like no one's to say that can't also be the case.
Right.
Like, you don't have to stick to one thing for the rest of your life.
You know?
It's just not the case.
Yeah.
And like, we love to talk about Rihanna. She done music and then she moved on. And now she's moving on again. Yeah. Like, there's nothing to say.
And she even said that she's coming back to music and she's coming with a different sound. Like,
But the thing is that there's her music career wasn't a failure just because she stopped doing it.
This girl is, people are still banging out her tunes.
Do you get what I mean? So none of it is a failure. We just talk about if you're not doing something for the rest of your life, then for some reason it's a failure. But it's not, and you don't have to be doing something for the rest of your life for it to for it to seem like it's done its job. You know?
Yeah. Agreed.
Like you can jump off if you want to. You know?
Right.
Like, CEOs have their names on companies and they don't even own the company anymore. Like, they sell the company, they go do another business venture wherever they want. And the company is still named after them, but they don't have nothing to do with it.
Right.
That's fine. It doesn't mean that they failed at their company. That just means that they're not involved anymore. You know?
Exactly.
And that's all it is. But yeah, so you better be following and better start buying when it drops.
Launch day is the 11th of the 11th, 2021.
Bomb drop.
Yeah. I'm going to hold into it.
I want to hold it. It's your baby.
Yeah.
It's sweet though.
Thank
I love
you.
that though, because I'm the same. You know when I made the logo, I was like, I don't want to do anything with it. I was like, I just want to hold it. I just want to keep it.
Right.
Like, I don't want anyone to like know about it
Yeah.
or like see it or whatever. And then you have to like put it out into the world, and it
was
quite stressful.
Putting it out there in the world is like, oh my god, people are seeing.
Yeah, it's real. It's real now.
Yeah, like you have to do it. Yeah. Like there's no going back.
It's like holding yourself accountable.
Yeah. Legit.
It's like, oh, it was just an idea, but now people
real.
know about my idea. And they're going to ask me about it. You know, that's the worst thing. It's like now we're going to consistently ask you questions about your brand and these things, which is very exciting.
Thank you guys for your support, honestly. Especially you, Zara. Like, I'm not going to cry.
Yeah,
I'm
don't.
No. The tears aren't there, but like this, no, it's actually a crying moment. No, because like when you're starting something, I don't want anything but support, and like I've received so much support from you, and there's people who I've known the longest since like secondary school, and they've not supported me in the same capacity that you have.
Yeah, but it's not about that.
No, but like that's something. That's what I need, you know?
Of course. Yeah.
Because, like we were saying just before, I'm my biggest self-critic. So it's like, if you're going to say something, it's like,
I'm already doing it.
I'm already doing it.
100%.
You know?
I was about to say, like, you shouldn't really measure friendships on, like,
time period.
Yeah. What quality.
Right. Mm-hmm. No,
so
and I learned that this year.
A year or, like, 6 months.
I learned that
3
this year.
weeks is if, like, they match.
Yeah, 100%.
And you, like, you know, you're good with them, then you're good with them. So,
Yeah.
you can have friends from childhood, just like, known for a long time, but they're just not.
No,
Yeah,
like, even with that, Yasmin, like, I don't have a best friend.
Yeah, we was having this conversation the other day.
I don't. And there was obviously a person that I've said been my best friend, and I was deep in it the other day. No shade. But she's not my best friend. Because I don't confide in her the same way, like, I might confide in you, but it's also a case of I've got to a place of, like, I'm my own best friend. The best advice out there that I need to me is within me.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's the truth for everyone.
For everyone. Exactly.
Like,
so
that little voice that you have inside of your head telling you to do something or telling you not to do something is the only thing that you should be listening to, because it's the only thing that's actually the truth. At the end of the day, we should just have people around us that are either increasing or, you know, helping with certain sides of that.
Yeah.
But that's it. And like, it's like, I know, because I'm the same, like, we are our own self-critics. And I remember, because I did have friends that weren't being the most supportive and weren't there for me 100%, and I knew that, like, internally I knew that, I would not tell them things until I was at a place where, regardless what they said, I didn't care.
Yeah.
Because I had to remove myself from the emotion that I knew that they would cause.
Yeah.
So it's like, say if something happened today, I'm not telling anyone until a month from now, because within a month I would have dealt with it.
Yeah.
If someone says something negative or positive, I'm not going to feel any type of way about it, because I've already dealt with it myself.
Yeah.
Or I've already fully gone and made the vision and set up the project and done it all. So by the time I put it on Instagram, bruh, there's nothing you can tell me that's going to make me question it, rethink it, because I do it to myself. And it is sometimes, it's very, very hard when you realize that, like, you're your own self-critic. You've probably gone through every single thing, every little thing. You've already told yourself every little thing is wrong, every little thing there's a problem with, and you're at a stage where you're comfortable and someone else comes and goes, oh, maybe you should change, maybe you should fix, oh, I don't really know about, and then you start rethinking everything yourself,
especially
that you
when,
already was doing in the beginning.
But, like, especially, like, when you've come to, like, in peace or at peace with it.
Yeah.
You've made peace with it.
Yeah.
And you're still going with it anyway.
Yeah.
Right? And then they come and they're 2 pence that you didn't even ask for.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what?
Yeah. But, you know what I realised? Is that you can't be mad at people for that. Because everybody operates at a different understanding. And because
different frequencies, different consciousness,
everything.
100%,
different personalities, all of that. And so what they're doing is they think is helping you. Right? But because of how you are, you've already done all of that. So they're creating an insecurity.
Right, yeah. And I was saying this to you, like, a lot of the time it's just people's projection of their own insecurity on you.
Yeah.
It's not what it actually is. Like, you know, there's nothing wrong with your product. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing. It's just how they're receiving it. Yeah.
And a lot of people operate in different sense, because, like, my mum doesn't necessarily, like, she doesn't, and I think this is a lot for, like, the older generations. They can't necessarily be proud more than, like, finding the problem and telling you about that first. So they're not necessarily operating. It doesn't mean that they're any less proud or they're any less happy for you,
but they got to point the problem out first.
Yeah. That is how they think they're showing that they care. Yeah. You know? So, like, when I showed my mum the logo, she was like, but there's something. It looks great, but there's something that needs to happen. But she didn't know what. She didn't know how to explain it to me. She didn't know what to do. And I was like, okay, so what do I do now? Yeah. I was like, I don't.
But you're not giving me anything.
Anything.
Right.
But that is her way of saying, fully get it.
Yeah.
Fully supportive. I'm just offering this. Because I'm your mum. And that's it. But in my mind, we don't take it as that, because obviously I'm operating from how I see it.
Yeah.
Right? And so then obviously my dad is different. And I went to my dad. My dad was like, no, I get what your mum is saying. Maybe this is how she wants it to be. And then my dad gave me a solution. But my mum doesn't have solutions.
Right.
She just has problems. That's the only... She knows what needs to be done, but she doesn't know how to get there. That is my mum. She's like, it needs to do something, but I don't know what it needs to do.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And she was right. It definitely needed to do something. And that's why it hurt, because I was like, I know that. But I don't know what it is that it needs to do. No. Do you get what I mean?
Like, sometimes, because I remember showing, before I even received the box, I just showed my dad the digital version, the image. I was like, I don't want to hear what needs to be changed. I'm at peace with it. I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, but that's from you understanding how he's gonna react.
Yeah.
telling him the premises that you want him to react in,
Mhm.
and then allowing him to deal with
Because he
that.
was like, "Is it gold?" I was like, "Are you blind?" And I was like, "No, he definitely has colour blindness. I know that for sure. I forgot." I was like, "No, it's brown, Dad. It's brown. It's called shades of brown. Hello."
Yeah, but no, but like that's out of a place of understanding who you're around, and that's why you do need to be around people that understand your process
100%.
and understand what you're asking for,
Mhm.
rather than them just telling you what they think you want to hear.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people don't want your input,
Mm.
and especially with something that like most of the time your brand is your baby.
Right.
Like you've created that, it's come from a dream, a vision, you've
Mhm.
worked hard on it.
Mhm.
For you to get to something that you're at peace with and someone to go and nitpick, it does not help.
Yeah.
It's different if I'm in the middle of the creative process, like I was with the logo, and then I went, Mum, help.
Mhm.
That's different.
Yes, exactly.
Did you get what I mean?
When people
but when I'm saying this is what it is, and then you go, well, maybe you should. That's problematic.
Unsolicited advice. I don't like it, and that ties in with like brutal honesty.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not needed.
No, it's not. No. I'm actually gonna unpack this. Brutal honesty is not honesty. It's rudeness. Okay. Because honesty, don't take a good virtue and weaponize it type thing. Because honesty is a beautiful thing. Right?
Yes.
It's about truth. Brutally honest, that has negative connotations. That it's horrible. It's a form of violence. So it's just like you're being brutally honest. No, you're being rude.
Yeah, because true. I mean, like there's always a place and a time.
Yeah,
you know, and if you're at a point where you have to be brutally honest to someone, was it even necessary?
Right. Exactly.
You know, like you. There are points where it's not needed.
Mm-hmm.
There definitely are points when it's not needed, and that's fine. Yeah. No one is saying that you have to go around and telling everyone the things that you think they should hear. And I feel like that's why honesty sometimes can get a bit problematic to certain people. Yeah. Because with honesty, it's still always an opinion. It's not the truth.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, it's your truth. Mm-hmm. And it's always what you think someone should hear and what you think someone should know. Yeah. It might not always be needed.
Exactly.
And it might not always be true.
Right.
Like, there's always three sides to the story. Yours, hers, and then the truth. Right? That's just always the way that it is. So we have to understand that even though we do want to be honest with someone, we do want to tell them what we think, if they didn't ask for it, don't give it.
Don't say it, yeah.
Don't give it. And sometimes you have to learn the people that you're around as well, because a lot of people will say that they want the honest truth, and they
don't.
They don't.
100%.
You know, they really don't. Like, we've all been in situations where our friend is asking us for advice, and we're trying to give them advice, and they're not taking not one piece of the advice.
And listen, I've kind of got to a point. It's like, do you want to just vent to me, or do you actually want a solution?
Yeah,
like 100%. You need to tell me what you want from me with regards to this, because I don't want to say something and I'm stepping on people's toes or I'm hurting feelings. Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
you know, I'm 9 times out of 10. Sometimes people just want to vent.
Yeah, and that's fine.
And that's absolutely fine. Exactly.
Right, and still sometimes even when they do ask for advice, like we've always had these conversations. I'll always tell you, this is what I think, this is what I would do. However, it's your situation. Yeah. However you want to go about it is up to you, and that's fine. Because like sometimes I can't just be out here like, well, I would do this. I think you should do. No. Yeah. I can't tell you what I think you should do. Mm-hmm. I can just tell you what I would do in your position. And that's where the advice comes from. Advice is never like, I don't know you. Like, I'm not in your brain. Does that make sense? Yeah. I'm not you. Yeah. I can only tell you the things that I know based on what you've told me. I can only tell you the things that I think based on how you've explained the story to me. It might be true. It might not be true. Yeah. Do you get what I mean? I'm just listening to you. And therefore, I can only be like, I hear you. I would do this. But it's your situation. Yeah. Deal with it however you choose to deal with it. And then I can't get mad whether she takes my advice or not. I can't get mad if anyone takes my advice or not, because at the end of the day, it's just my opinion. Yeah. You know?
I just kind of feel like if you can see someone's happy, just like, let them be happy. Like, why do you have to rain on their parade just because you're miserable? Like, why? No, like, honestly, but why?
Some people think they're helping. you know?
Yeah, but I think it also depends on the type of person you're dealing with, because some people are sensitive to hearing certain things, you know. But I also do feel like it's your deliverance and it's the way you say things as well.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone could probably take some communication lessons.
Oh, 100%.
And understand how they speak to people, because I know there's sometimes when I say certain things it comes across rude, and so I have to tell, like, I'd be like, no, I'm rude. Like, all my friends know that there are points where I can be extremely rude, and if I am, and I always come with a disclaimer, I'm like, tell me. If I have pissed you off, let me know. If I have made you angry, let me know. If I have upset you, or if I've said a comment, you need to let me know, because I sometimes
don't realize
that I've said certain things that might have triggered or you know, hit a nerve, and that's fine. And my friends also have done things to me, because like, they're in my lesson, we're understanding that there are individual circumstances and there are also like contextual circumstances. So say, for example, I might say something to you and I don't know that you're going through something.
Right.
You haven't told me, or you don't want to tell me, or you haven't told me yet. Doesn't matter. But that's triggered that situation. I have no clue, right? Because I'm only going off of your individual that I know, your individual situation that I know. Until you sit down with me and it's like, that pissed me off. You don't have to tell me why and what's going on. But you just letting me know I pissed you off. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. I'm apologizing. I didn't know. That's fine. And then we move on from that. But holding things in ain't gonna help. And just saying things for no reason is not gonna help either. Right. And you as much as you don't need to say everything and you don't need to be brutally honest, you don't need to be honest. You also cannot hold things in if people have hurt you, or if people have done something that isn't necessarily nice. Because this is the thing, all your friends aren't necessarily going to be the most supportive people in your group. True. It's the truth. People got shit to do. Like, they might have their own things going. They might have other stuff, and not everybody is as supportive in the same way. Like, I'm a very verbal, supportive person because I talk a lot. We talk a lot. So most of the time when you see my support is how we have conversations. Some of my friends aren't like talk all the time, but like I might just see them repost my thing, and that is enough for me to understand that that's how they show their support. Or I might just know that they're watching it all the time, and that for me as well is enough. Do you get what I mean?
Or even like when they message you after.
Oh, I saw this episode and that happened. That is also enough for me. It doesn't mean that every single day they're like, oh, I'm so proud of you. It doesn't have to always be that. Do you get what I mean? But if someone is, and you do feel like, you know, a friend isn't doing what you think they should be doing, because we all have these views of our friends, maybe just have a conversation with them. Maybe they didn't realize that they're not being as supportive as they could be. Maybe they didn't understand how much it meant to you. You know, I'm not saying that it's always going to be a valid excuse, but at least you can hear it and then make a decision based off of that, you know? And sometimes friends just need to be cut off.
Yes.
you know? Like, that's okay too.
Sometimes the lack of support is the sign. To cut them off. Like
100%. Like, sometimes they just need to go, and that's also okay. And what I have also realized, to make it spiritual for a second, some people are not supposed to be around your success. And usually it's right before you're about to do whatever it is that God had planned for you, that everyone just automatically disappears. Or there's an argument, or there's a problem, or that friend is really rude for you for no reason. And then you just get distant all of a sudden, and it's for the like they weren't supposed to succeed. Like, they weren't supposed to be there with you for your success. Because as much as we may think we have really, really close friends, some friends are just around waiting for the moment that we kick off, and they will live in our success, but they weren't fighting with us when we was in the trenches, you know, and that's fine, but they don't then get to be there for the success.
Do you want to hear the plans?
Yeah, they didn't. They didn't even ask about it.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't even mention it. They didn't even want to know what was happening.
Right.
You know, they didn't even congratulate you when it launched.
Oh.
So, you know, it's fine. It's problematic, but they are removed whether you like it or not. And I feel like
Just don't expect a seat at my long ass table, innit?
no, that's fine. Like, no, that's fine.
I'm sorry.
When the feast is here and the party is happening and the black tie event is being, you know,
Hey,
don't pull up. Like, it's fine, you know, it's okay.
watch from the sideline. I'm joking.
No, they will be watching from the sidelines anyways.